Talk about a rough start to the week for Palantir stock. It's currently about 12:45 p.m. on the East Coast, and we have Palantir stock down over 8%. It's at $18.60 as the entire stock market is off to a rough start as well. Well, now that I look at it, actually the Russell's up 0.8%, but all the other indexes are in the red. So we're going to break down the stock market today, Palantir stock, my thoughts, all that good stuff. So if y'all find value, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe. And guys, don't forget to follow me on X at Stocks Talk Stocks, and you might as well get your free stocks from Moomoo. The clock's ticking, up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. Just use that link down below or go to stocksurfs.com/Moomoo. Get your stocks, guys, and with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So again, Palantir is not looking good at all right now, down over 8% on the day, as again, the entire stock market is not looking pretty either. We have the NASDAQ down 1%, the S&P's down 0.5%, the Dow's down 0.2%, and we have the VIX up almost 4.5%, although it's still at 13 points, guys. 13 points on the VIX is very low, but again, it is up almost 5% so far on the day. And you guys can see a lot of the selling came in the first hour to about an hour and a half of trading. Actually, the first 2 hours is where we saw all of the selling pretty much on Palantir. And here in the past hour, hour and a half, we've been consolidating a bit in the mid $18 level. We hit 1842 back at about 11:25 a.m. And now it's what? 12:45, almost 1 p.m. And we're at $18.60. Again, pretty much just consolidating after we saw all that selling in the morning. So if you guys remember, on Friday, we consolidated pretty much all day, and then we ended up hitting a new high in the aftermarket at $20.37. And oh boy, did that not hold at all. We tried holding it in the pre-market today, $20, $19.75. Really, it was over $20 for the entire pre-market. Then once the markets were about to open, 9:15 a.m. came around on the East Coast, and then once the markets open, this thing slipped very quickly, guys, and now we're completely collapsing on the intraday chart, and on the 5-day, 5-minute, you guys can see now we're at a fresh low as well. We took out the lows not only from Friday, but also from Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday of last week. So now we're pretty much collapsing, taking out all the lows from the past couple of days. And you guys have heard that saying, stocks take the staircase up, elevator down. This is a pristine, perfect example of exactly that. We, took the stairs up for a couple of days, went from $18.70 to $20.37. It took a couple of days, 5 trading days to do that. And now in just half of a trading day, all of that game has been poof, wiped out just like that, right? And on the 10-day chart here on Palantir, let me pull it up and see. It's at a fresh low as well. Now we're under the moving averages. We took out the lows not only from the past couple of days, but also from about a week ago where we held $19. We took that low out. And on the 20-day chart, if I pull that up, you guys can see we're not quite yet at a low on this 20-day 1-hour chart, although we're about 90 cents away from that 1770 low that we hit about a month ago. We're getting there, but not quite there yet. But what I am noticing is a head and shoulders clear as day here on Palantir. You guys can see the left shoulder, the head's right here, and then we have the right shoulder right here, which I do believe I did. I'm pretty sure I did cover this a couple of videos ago. I mentioned this to you guys, and now it looks like that's playing out. And if I draw this line out, you guys can see we are approaching the next big support, which in this case is in the mid-low $18 level, $18.15, $18.25, $18.30. That's a big spot coming up, which if we do take that out, then we might be going down high 17s, mid 17s, maybe even lower than that. So Palantir not looking good on the 1-day, 5-day, 10-day, or the 20-day chart, especially on the 5-day and 10-day, not looking so good. But as you come now to the 4-hour time frame, it is still pretty obvious that the bulls are still in charge. Obviously, guys, we're still up massively over the past couple of months. And look, now we're at the 180 SMA here in the mid-18s, which if you guys remember my videos over the past week or two, we talked about this as a possibility, right? We talked about how Palantir could potentially fill the gap down to that 180 SMA, and now it's looking like it's doing exactly that. Again, we broke out after earnings from $14.50 to $21. We got a bit stretched, no lie. We got a bit stretched. Obviously, it's pretty clear. And now we've completely pulled back a good chunk. I mean, we're still up a lot, and it's not like we're collapsing completely, but we're still pulling back a good chunk, about 15-16% off of the recent highs, and that puts us right at this very major spot, the 180 SMA 4-hour chart, right at about $18.15. This is the moment of truth now for the bulls. If I get this line out and draw it again, now you guys can see how important this spot is for the bulls. Not only is $18.15 the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart, it is also the high from the middle of October, end of October, and it was support in the middle of November as well. So this spot here needs to hold for the bulls. If it does not hold, if we do fail to hold this $18 level, we could be selling off even further, maybe down to $16. There could be some gaps to the downside to fill, maybe $16.50, $16. That's where, we could be going right in this window right here. But of course, time will tell. Time will tell. We're not selling off completely under that point quite yet, but I am watching that moving forward. So that's a quick rundown here on Palantir. Now let's quickly look at the stock market, which again, like I said in the intro, the Russell's up, but all the other indexes are in the red. We have the Russell up 0.9%, the Nasdaq's down about 1%, the S&P's down 0.6%, and we have the Dow Jones down about 0.25%. So let me show you guys quickly here what's going on these charts. So as of now, we are still getting a bit of selling pressure at 460 on SPY, which you guys know that was the high from back in July, August. You guys can see here. Then we saw a bit of a sell-off as the 10-year ended up going crazy. The 10-year bond rate, you guys probably remember that. So that ended up causing, that was a big reason as to why the stock market sold off here. We had a 460 move down to about 410, 409. Now we're starting to rebound back. Obviously, we have been, but in real time, again, we're down 0.6%, and we are seeing resistance at that 460, 455 mark, as now we are at 456 on SPY. So let's see if we do end up pushing through that point, or maybe end up, dumping off back down towards the 180 SMA, which could put us anywhere from 440 to 445 on SPY, maybe 450, but probably more towards 440, 445. That'd be a pretty healthy spot, at least in my opinion, here on SPY for it to pull back to. But then again, who knows? We have, December right now. Arguably a Santa Claus rally could be happening. A lot of people are calling for that. Maybe we got the rally too early. I have no idea. Maybe what we got was already the Santa Claus rally. But as of now, real time, we are getting rejected, and we're down 0.6%. And Triple Q is continuing its little pullback, whatever you want to call it, after its monstrous run from the beginning of November. Now it's down about $9 from the recent highs. It was at $394. Now it's at $385. It is down about 2%, and it looks like maybe more downside could be around the corner by the looks of the charts here, guys. Maybe 375, 378, right down towards that 180 SMAs where we could be going in this window right here. So what do you guys think? I mean, at this point, much needed sell-off, in my opinion, in Triple Q and SPY is underway. It could be a short-term sell-off. We'll see. And also in Palantir stock, which I think got a bit ahead of itself. Now we have that head and shoulders playing out. We might have some more downside, or maybe we already got the pullback, a good enough of a pullback here to the point where buyers, buy it up, and maybe we start rallying again. Either way, we're getting a nice, healthy pullback in the stock market in Palantir, and time will tell how long it will continue, or maybe this is the sell-off and we start consolidating and rallying maybe later today. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. It's free, and follow me on X at Stocks Talk Stocks, and you might as well get your free stocks for Moo up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. Just use that link down below, or go to stocksrfs.com/Moo. Once you open up your account and fund it with at least $100. You get 5 stocks right off the bat, and fund your account with at least $1,000. On top of those 5 stocks, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks, each up to $2,000, guys. So if you want some free money and you want to help out the channel, use that Moomoo link down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next video.